Dolphins today.
Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio, episode number 341. Maybe. I don't know what episode.
Episode number 3.
Episode number 338.
Okay.
Coming to you live from Arizona. We got Zona Joez. Zona Joez and Jakey the Dakey.
The Dakey?
I don't know, man. I'm excited to do JJR. Maybe after this we throw on our bathing suits and head to the pool.
I spent a lot of time in the pool yesterday. I think I got too much to do today, but I like the pool.
You guys literally make games out of anything.
Yeah, Luke and I probably made up 6 different games yesterday in the pool.
Golf ball bounce game was pretty wild.
That was a lot of fun. That was our best game because it took a while for us to get 5 in a row, and then we got 6 in a row.
They were like trying to drown each other. I don't know what's going on.
Well, no. That was me and Jake were. If we tried to drown Luke, he'd slip out of it. He's slimy.
We tried.
Yeah.
Just a little slimy.
Frog.
We were throwing the ball up. You know how you usually throw a ball up and catch it as you jump into the pool? We were throwing a blitz ball up, and then as you jumped in the pool, you had to hit it. And Luke hit an absolute bomb. Like probably cleared the house and went onto the street. It was badass.
He's probably proud of himself.
Probably. And then Jake, you're here.
What are you guys proud of?
The team this weekend?
Week.
The week? Yeah, whole week. We did good.
Yes.
Proud of BBD.
BBD's hurting.
He's in a lot of pain, and he's hurting.
Day to day. Mouth stuff. Is that what we want to label it?
Mouth stuff.
Sure.
Mouth stuff from BBD.
Next pill
Exaggerated,
in
yes.
20 minutes.
Next pill in 20 minutes. Hey-o.
Maybe we'll be live for that, and we can all clap for it.
I think we left a good impression on players.
Yeah.
It's a good statement, Joez. Well, I think
Joez,
we did.
you got to go to 4 camps.
I like the whole divide and conquer situation that we did.
Yeah, next year we didn't know games were going to happen, so we can plan that out much better next year. But your first time going to like access to the camps, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Clubhouse,
wild. And
everything.
Rosie showing you around.
Listen,
He's the king of everywhere.
it's Chris Rose. That's all you got to say. It's Chris Rose. He just knows everybody. Everybody's talking to him. Hey,
How many players knew who you were? That you were surprised they knew who you were?
that I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised when Jesse Winker was like, "Oh, you know," and also out west. I mean, Mookie Betts. I was like, okay, maybe Red Sox or Sandy Leon, who's in the Guardians camp.
Yeah.
But when Brewstar,
yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
that's like random. So it was pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Pretty cool.
Did you hear that Jerry and Jolly, I think they were recording upstairs, they went to A's camp?
Mm-hmm.
Did they tell you anything about it?
Some of it.
They talked to Manaya,
Not that part.
and he
Yeah.
is a fan of warehouse games. Blitzball Battle for 10K.
Love that.
So he probably knows you too, because
Mm.
you're in the intro for every episode.
The voice of Warehouse Games.
He told Jolly that he wanted to like come play. Like I think he said he's been watching them.
Good.
I would love to meet him.
Okay. Sean, the Yanks will trade for him. I'd
Yes.
love for you to meet him.
As a Yankee.
We should have sent you to A's camp, man.
Yeah.
You can still go maybe tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Do you want
You gotta
to
put it-
Shake as
stay away?
many hands as you can.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Yeah, from your kids and your family, and just like meet players and like with wish trades upon
Straight to
them.
Tampa. A's camp to
I wish to trade
Tampa.
upon you.
Yeah.
I wish to trade upon
They
For
just
the-
usher you into the locker room, and the players that want out just run up and shake your hand.
Hey. I gotta wear a Trader Joe's shirt for that.
Yeah, Trader Joe's shirts up on the store. They worked quick on that one.
Yeah. I probably won't be allowed in Yankees minor league complex.
No.
Players will run away. They want
Players
to be
don't want
Yankees.
that, man.
They want to be Yankees.
I do think we're going to get a fifth Trader Joe's. I do think Sessa.
You think so?
Sessa. I don't think J.
Didn't we have 5 already? I thought we had 5 already.
No, you have Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, Amir Garrett, and Jesse Winker. Did you meet Eugenio?
No. I didn't meet him.
Okay.
I'm trying to think right now. Maybe another name may come up.
Some prospects came through, some prospect capital. So you've got it. You kind of got it covered. Hey, I know we talked about this in the house a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, this is JJR. We empty the tank here, you know. No secrets, Joes.
Let loose.
We are going to do a draft at one point, too.
You know, everything we say on here is with a purpose.
Yes.
A what?
A lot of ball players came through.
Okay.
You know, a couple show guys. Evan Longoria.
Longoria was here.
Ian Happ, our
Hader.
guy. Hader. And, you know, you expect those guys to come through. Or if those guys are coming through, they're not going to cause a scene. Like, nobody's going to get in trouble or anything like that.
Right.
You think and hope they're going to be friendly, and they all were crazy friendly.
Tristan McKenzie was awesome.
Tristan McKenzie hung out for a while.
For what? We're not doing this.
Tristan McKenzie hung out for a long time.
Is that
Ping pong, video games, blitz balls. Tristan McKenzie. All the young guys that came over were like nice and cool and like the future of society is like good.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's what you're saying.
Like I think we get too lost on like young people. Oh, they're TikTok stuff like that. Like those dudes that came through.
Well, they were all respectful and nice, and fun, and
good dudes.
Good dudes.
So
good dudes.
The future.
Wade Caprillion.
Tyler Wade. Silly. I think we've landed on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Goofy. What are you looking at?
Jeff Passan roasting Ben Verlander.
Really?
Someone tweeted you can only keep one, and it's Nightingale's picture and Passan's picture. And Ben Verlander responded with the picture of Nightingale on David Wells' body being carried out. And Passan responded, I mean, I guess you do have experience being the lesser of two, so makes sense you gravitate towards it.
Wow.
Passan. Jeez.
No, I don't support that, but I'll look at the tweet.
Savage Passan.
I'm not gonna like the tweet, but
I liked it for you, so you don't have to.
Holy smokes! Holy smokes!
It's just rude.
That's tough to recover from.
Did Verlander go no reply?
He
can't.
I think you have to. You can't.
You have to reply. You can't dodge it. You gotta
what's he gonna say? It has to be better.
He replied 3 seconds ago. I'd like to report my own murder.
Oh. Well, that's a good.
Yeah, he leaned. He had to lean.
What else supposed to do?
You would never lean there.
Because he got murdered.
How would you
would
respond?
never lean, Jake. You would never lean there.
I'm talking about the character in play.
Yeah. How would you respond to that?
Okay, so let's think about this.
Is this the funniest fucking picture of all time?
Jeff Passan.
Because that's not a joke.
Jeff Passan comes at me.
Jake,
Is it the same?
I take that picture for like a cover or something. It's very clear we're being ironic and joking. That's incredible.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Is Jeff Passan using the same exact insult? Is my brother Justin Verlander? Or is this a totally separate scene?
Passan has insulted you on Twitter before, and you didn't.
No, I'm gonna smoke back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best to give the smoke back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
I mean, I think our best exchange, and one of the times I won him over was that time he sent the Undertaker gif, and I forget what that was about, but that was really good.
Well, Jeff Passan said to you one time, "Go eat a boner pill, nerd," and you replied, "A video of you eating a boner pill."
Yeah.
Smiling about it.
Where you could get those boner pills.
Wait, Jimmy.
And his dog.
BBD, I think you're right. But it does look like Jimmy replied to that tweet. and he put the caption sex addict and his dog. And it's just me and Noodle.
That's
So, if you're at home,
he's so upset about that.
6:06 p.m.
it was early.
This is just an early tweet.
It was early. If you're at home,
Yeah.
and you're wondering, Joez, have you ever had trouble having sex?
No. That's
Emphatic.
Never. Everything's always been a 100% operation.
yeah. I did ask early on this trip, I think to Plouffe, do you improve on good performance?
Do you keep working on your game?
He says, yeah, you better your best.
Are we still live?
I think internet went out.
Yeah, I think the internet went out everywhere.
We shocked the internet. Feels like it was Luke.
Luke did it?
Luke just came in with all his laundry, and then the internet went out.
What's the plan about it?
Do we keep recording?
I don't know. The whole thing seems a little trite.
Should we just keep recording?
Guess so.
No audience? Just like Jake was saying, if you're unlike Joez and struggle with sex, it's not that uncommon. ED is more common than you think. 52% of men between the ages 40 and 70 will experience some form of ED. You got to go to GetRoman.com/JJR today, and if you're prescribed, get $15 off your first month of ED treatment. Make sure you're ready to have confidence and control this fall and be Roman ready, because it's straightforward, convenient, and discreet. You'll get the boners when you want the boners, and with what you do with it, you choose. GetRoman.com/JJR, $15 off first month if you're prescribed. Are you guys ready to draft?
I think I believe I am, yes.
Roman ready to draft.
Everyone has to think of or type a number.
Huh?
Okay.
A number 1 through 100.
Type it?
Oh, I think I have the number.
Oh, you have it this time?
I think I really do.
You said type it? Type
Yeah.
it where?
I don't know, on your phone somewhere. I typed mine.
I typed mine.
I typed mine.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll type mine.
Okay, did you type yours, Joez?
Joez hasn't typed his yet.
You better type
I'm
that
looking.
shit.
All right.
Okay, what number did you type?
70.
70?
You said 1 through 100, right?
70 or 7?
There's a 70 number?
70. I typed 36.
20.
And that's what you think it is going to be.
Now that Joez has 7 or 7T.
70.
I think it
There
ends
is
in
no
a 0.
number that's 70.
BBD has 41.
Okay, here we go. I have 36, so we're close down there.
Joez, are you watching?
It's
the random?
28.
Okay.
So you're closest, Jake?
28,
You're
20.
8 away.
Yeah.
I'm second closest because I'm 12 away.
And what are we drafting?
I'm 8 away. Nope. Wait, am I also 8 away?
36 to 28.
Yeah. So we tied.
To another spin.
Another spin. Just between me and Jake.
No. Let's do it all over again. Might as well.
Fair's fair.
Okay.
Okay, BBD, we need
57.
a new number from you.
Why are we doing new numbers? 57.
Oh, I thought we were doing a whole nother round. I thought we were changing numbers.
No.
What?
57. New spin.
70.
That's a disaster.
You were the only person
If we're doing
thinking
another
doing new
round,
numbers.
you need new numbers.
Why?
I knew that
Why?
first spin
Yeah,
was going to
right.
be in the 20s.
I don't know why.
I knew the next spin would be in the 50s.
BBD, what do you think?
How'd you know that?
I'm fine with anything.
We did a roulette spin. You got to do a different spin.
I'm
That's not
fine
how
with
I'm reading
I'm fine
the
with
choices.
writing new numbers. I'm
Sorry.
fine with running back the same numbers.
Sorry, Jake. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
we
know.
said let's do it again.
Yeah.
You want to write new numbers down?
I already wrote
I will
down
say
a new
I
number.
was in the process of writing a new number.
Yeah, because we're doing another spin.
I feel like BBD says these comments that then make you.
Like
make
now
it
I
sound
need a
your
third
answer.
number if we're doing a different spin.
All right, Jake's writing down his third number.
Spin gate.
I'm writing down a new number.
I have it.
Gotta write down
Did you see my new number, Joez?
I didn't.
I think
Sounds like a guy that Seems like a guy that saw his own.
You saw it, man.
I did not.
What did you write then?
I have no
12.
confidence.
12?
32.
12, 32,
64.
and 35. 49.
You had 35?
Yeah.
I had 32. Friends.
49. So did I win?
I'm 15 away from 49.
I'm 14.
So you win.
That would be you win.
You won.
These are close matches.
These are scary close. Except for Joe's that round. Bad.
Oh.
Not
I should have
even
kept my same
close.
number.
You would have lost. You had 7.
I had 7D.
Oh. All right. I'm going to go first. It's spring training draft.
Huge.
I'm going to take the first overall pick.
Good pick.
I'm going last, huh?
We'll see.
I'd like the number 2 pick.
I will take
Can't.
the wraparound pick.
I got to do it on my notes app because I can't do it here.
I will be the 4 or 5 wraparound.
Okay.
So who's got 2?
Beavers.
I have 2.
And Joe's, you have 3?
I got 3.
And
By
we're-
default.
We're drafting spring training things.
Spring training things.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go first. The number 1 overall pick.
Yes.
Optimism.
Okay. A big one. A wide one.
Wide one. I think it is. It's how I think about spring training. Everyone gets optimistic about, he's gonna. What if this happens? And what if? But if everyone's healthy. Blah blah blah. Optimism. It's a huge part of spring training.
Yes.
It's a huge part of spring training. So it's off the board.
Yeah, I know. You took one of my picks.
That was one of your picks?
That was one of my picks.
Great. I only have one other pick on my board, so I'm hoping you guys don't take it.
How's your board look, Joe's?
I'm pretty confident in my board.
Okay. BBD, you have the second overall pick?
I think with the second overall pick, I'll take getting to see the new players, like in the first time seeing a guy in this uniform, like moving around, not just Twitter Photoshop.
New players. Okay.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's exciting. The first pictures that came out of
Bryce,
JD.
You see them like working out.
Bryce
playing
Harper,
a
a
little
Philly.
game.
It's like, whoa.
And then you actually see them, and you're
Like we
whoa.
get the Photoshops and stuff, and those have their place, but
Yeah.
I
it's
might
like, this
sneeze
is
soon.
real.
Might sneeze soon.
Okay.
Joe's, you're up.
Being in the best shape of your life. That is the
Okay.
thing.
Also
Yeah.
in consideration with my last pick.
Yes. That's
That's a
one
good
there.
pick. That's a
It
good
is.
pick. Best shape of your life.
Always.
You are.
No, regular gas, unfortunately, so far.
Regular
in the
gas.
Lamborghini. We will be changing that.
How many rounds are we going? 11?
I got 4.
4 made sense in my head, usually 4x4s.
I thought there was a chance we did like a whole 26-man roster.
All right, so go. You got 2.
Okay, my first one, I'm taking weather. You're going to Florida, Arizona. It's usually warmer than where you're coming from. You've been inundated with cold. Even if it gets too hot, you're scouting locations with shade. And if you get too hot, that's fine. You've been away from the heat for so long. You kind of want the sun bearing down on you for a little bit.
It's a welcome difference.
It's the only
Yes.
time you take that.
It's kind of the first time you're welcome to being like overheated again.
It's kind of the first time you're welcome to being like overheated again.
Can you say that? I can't hear with these headphones on.
It's kind of like the first time you're welcome to being overheated again.
So you're
Okay.
just saying the same exact thing that he said.
I wasn't listening to him.
Okay.
Good pick, Jake. You have another one,
Thank you. With my second pick,
which is the first pick of the second round. It's a second round pick.
Yeah.
it's a second round pick.
And also your second pick.
I am going to take batting practice.
Okay.
Batting practice.
Batting practice.
When you're watching MLB dudes hit
That's
the ball up close and I think it was the first thing you said to me
Yes.
when you got back.
It's different.
Watching those guys hit up close,
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Behind the
it's
cage.
different.
It's different.
I think you guys made love.
Joe's, you're up.
I am going with
We're waiting.
PFPs.
Oh,
Really?
People hate
Yes.
those.
They do, but it is a part of every single spring training, and
why don't they do it during the season?
The only time pitchers do it.
That's the only time pitchers
do a
practice.
refresher.
Why don't they do that during the season?
Pitchers are soft.
Why don't they
We need to
practice?
get David Cohn and ask him.
Like hitters are doing tee work all the time,
Yeah.
which you would think, professional would be like, I'm a professional, I need to hit off a tee, but they do tee work all the time. But pitchers can't do PFP in the middle of the season? Like they can't field dribblers?
On days off.
On their off days? Nuts.
Seems pretty easy.
Good bad pick. BBD, you're up. Because no one likes PFPs.
But it's in every spring training.
Yes, you're true.
Oh, don't care.
What?
BBD, you're up.
Sitting on the berm.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, that was...
You motherfucker. Obviously, that was going to be my next pick.
Yeah.
But I was going to take beers on the berm.
Mm.
It's a great pick. It's the only time you can do that in baseball. Like in the other state, and once your team comes to your home team, or you see them on the road in MLB games, you can't just be laying on a grassy hill, drinking beer while you take in the game.
No,
it's a spring training only. If you're watching MLB players, it's the only time you can like watch them in that thing. It's a good pick, BBD.
Great pick, BBD.
Between that and something else, and I realized who was going to have 2 picks right after. So
I said the word berm to my sweet Jessica, the table lady, and I said berm, and she looked at me like, I don't think that's a word. She thought I was just like mixing up burn or being stupid. And I was like,
I've never used that word in my life.
It's a real one.
It's a real word.
Yeah,
it's like a grassy hill. That's not that steep.
No,
can't be too steep.
It's a little different than a knoll.
If it's raining, it could be a little dangerous.
Yeah.
You can get slick.
All right, so I can't take that because BBD stole it from me. Good job by him. I have 2 picks in a row. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draft new pitches.
That was the other pick I was considering.
New pitches.
Birds of a feather.
Guy's working on his changeup. Oh, going to have a knuckle curve this year. He's working on his slider. And he's
going to be a 2-seam guy this year.
Yes. I love when they mix up their arsenal, their pitch mix.
Okay.
So I like when guys are, every year someone's working on a new curveball. It's really going to help out. They scrap it.
Yeah. Unless you're Chapman, then you
almost
throw
never.
everything great.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless you're Chapman. And now, for my first pick of the 3rd round, my 3rd pick in the draft.
Yeah.
I am going to take old men in full uniform.
Okay.
Like we were at Brewers camp and we saw 2 guys that were hobbling across the road. Probably greats.
I remember the image.
Probably like were MLB greats, like very good in their day if they're still coming. But they're in spikes, baseball pants, jerseys, and hobbling.
Yeah.
Across the concourse.
The carts are not far away either. They're driven in carts.
It's their cardio.
I mean, if you're a Yankee fan, Stump Merrill's there in full uniform, and it's just so unnecessary and not needed at all. But they do it.
They need it.
Full uniform.
They need it.
Old men. They could just wear anything. Just pants and like a windbreaker.
Like whatever they like to wear.
Whatever they like to wear. They like to wear uniforms. So I do like how many old men in full uniform are just walking around. That's like
an old-timers day thing for them.
Almost. Yeah, but Old Timers Day makes sense because they're playing in a game. Right. It's like a whole thing. These guys are literally just standing in the dugout saying like, oh, yeah, good swing, good swing. How you feeling, young guy?
It's not the guys who are going to be doing that all year.
There's a lot of close conversations with players.
Yeah.
They really get in there.
Yeah.
You remember Robin Yount?
It was a ball player's ball.
And they're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Robin Yount's over there.
He was a fan's ball player.
He's a coach's player.
Night games are for the owners.
It's a Lou Gehrig quote.
It's a Lou Gehrig quote.
Just not real baseball.
That's a Lou Gehrig quote.
BBD, you have your
Davis
third pick.
Wimbledon.
Overreacting. I hate it. I love doing it myself.
Interesting.
Everything is important. And you get to throw it away the second the season starts, but it is fun to live in the moment for spring. And you can know yourself, I am overreacting to this.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is what I've got. It's fun.
Remember when Cole had like a bad start in spring and people were overreacting?
Too low.
Doesn't that lead into like, oh no, well, that's different. I was going to say, does that lead into optimism? Is that part of optimism? But it could be
the other way.
It could be the other way.
Yeah.
It could be the other way. You're right.
It's just like the land of nothing mattering,
He's
but
gonna
everyone overreacts.
He had an ERA of 9 this spring. He could be in trouble. And then he goes out the first game.
And there's also like the guys like they have an awful spring, and because it doesn't matter, you talk yourself into that goes more into the optimism thing.
Sure.
This is where there's middle in that. Oh well, bad springs. I mean, how many times you see a guy have an awful spring and he's lights out come April, and vice versa happens as well.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Okay. That's
Okay.
good. One,
BBD.
Yeah. One that I have that you only kind of see in spring training.
This is your pick?
Is my pick. Pitchers doing polls after their appearance.
Pitcher polls.
Pitcher polls.
Roman.
Running after they throw.
Yes, running after they throw. So they usually do those foul polls, which is running from foul pole to foul pole in the outfield while the game is still going on.
Yeah.
All your stuff is just torture. You're just torturing pitchers.
I'm thinking about
You're
things,
a fan of when pitchers are tortured.
I'm thinking about when things only happen in spring.
Yes.
And a lot of spring is catered to pitching.
It's true.
It's for the pitchers.
That's true. I don't have it as a great pick.
Come on, Jake.
Actually, you know what? There was that day we saw CC running on the Yankees back hill, and we were like, that's pretty cool.
That sucks for
That's
him.
CC running up a hill.
Sucks for him.
Guys are watching you.
Sucks for
Yes.
him, dude. Okay, great pick.
Jake, you have 2 to round out your draft here.
I'm going with a generic one. If we need to go into a 5th round, I'm open to that.
Okay.
I have a generic one I'm going to start with, and I'm going to go with the click-clat of the cleats, the ball players,
Cleats sound.
the metal cleats hitting the ground, and
Click, clack. Click, clack.
It's good noise.
Click, clack.
Okay.
commercials about it and stuff. You see, if you hear it and then you turn and see a ball player, it's almost like if there's like a beautiful woman wearing high heels and you hear the heel and you turn and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But they're a ball player. And then this is an obvious one for me.
Click, clack.
Click clap.
Click clack.
Click clap. This next one is obvious for me.
I hope he doesn't take this pick that I want.
I am going to take the kooky coach. Like the one coach that's silly and silly coach is probably how it should be listed. The one silly coach that's messing with fans.
Okay.
And they're busting the ball players. Like, we have our guy Murph at the Brewers camp. Like he's
he lives for this.
Yes, like he's messing with the players.
Keeping it light.
Even Quinn Berry on the other side of it. Like you're messing with kids and stuff. Keeping it light. Don't tie your shoes too tight.
Jake, do you want to change your pick from kooky coach to keeping it light?
I like keeping it light.
I'm taking the silly coach.
You said kooky.
And I changed it already. You were getting the click clat up.
Dave Roberts
silly
was talking
coach?
about that too.
The silly coach. Every team has their silly coach.
Okay, silly coach.
Messing with the fans. BBD, is he taking his pill?
Has it been 20 minutes? You taking your pill? It's been 40 minutes.
Fought through the pain.
Didn't Dave Roberts say something about that? Like, the feel of camp. Like, we always want to make it feel like super light. Like, but
yeah, he was very appreciative that we said the vibes were good.
Yeah. Which is cool.
It's cool.
He was so nice.
Vibes would have been too wide of a pick, I think.
I think the vibes might have been too wide of a pick.
Because I think all our picks fall under vibes.
Joez, we're waiting for you.
I'm waiting. I mean, you sound like you're expressing yourself. I can't believe that this one hasn't been picked yet, but the sound of bullpens.
I thought
Pop
about
of the
that.
glove.
Pop of the mitt.
Pop of the mitts. I
Do
feel
your
like
best pop of the mitt.
grown men throwing baseballs to each other.
Oh, you got to make it
Nothing-
with your mouth. That's cool.
Somewhere between those. That was cool.
Do it again.
You've always had that in the bag?
I don't even know how I learned that.
Dude, you've got silly noises.
Yeah.
My lips are too chapped to do that.
Me too.
Like you hear it in the distance, and then you get closer and closer, and it's pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop, pop.
The
Splat.
acoustics are like really loud.
Splat.
Yes.
For the gag ball that the cookie coach gives the pitcher.
Gag ball.
Full of gack.
The cookie coach.
It's a secret gender reveal, and the guy doesn't even know.
Catcher doesn't even know he's pregnant. Okay.
What's your favorite gender?
You mean for a
Well,
child?
BBD's up, I think.
Yeah, I think
thought
it's
was
my
thinking
pick.
Lizards.
Huh?
Lizard, I think is what he was saying.
Lizards?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my fourth and I believe final pick, I'll say seeing the top prospects. You hear about these guys all the time. We're in an era of prospect
That's a good
hype.
one.
We're in an era of prospect
one.
hype, and you finally get to see them a little bit. You know, they're meeting some of the guys on the big club if they're at a certain level.
It's a great
He's-
draft by you, BBD.
He's
It's
huge.
yes.
He's small. Like what?
It's televised.
Yeah, you get to see them at least a little bit in some.
Yeah.
You're gonna see them at some game,
And you don't know if you're seeing the next star
Yeah.
or if you're gonna see this and be like,
No, but-
"Well, I saw him play in that
Yeah.
spring and he was terrible."
That part is exciting. You get to see it in the second half of games too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you stick around during those spring games.
Mm-hmm.
To round out the draft, and this is the perfect final pick. I'm glad that I had the final pick
wow.
because I think it fits perfectly. So perfect. It's just
It better be good.
perfect. I'm taking being over it. Like, after 2 weeks, spring training stinks. And everyone's like, I just start the season. I'm over it.
Once
Players
you're through
feel
once
that
you're through
way.
like second week of games.
Fans feel that way.
Mm.
And it's like, let's just start the season.
Mm.
Full cycle.
Over it.
I voted. I got optimism as the first pick because that's what it's all about, and then just being over it.
You got
Man.
you got the beginning at the beginning, the end at
Fourth
the end.
week of spring training stinks.
I like this year though.
Yeah, it's shorter this year. Might not get that.
Yeah.
Isn't being over it like a bad emotion? Like if you say I'm so over it.
But we
what-
didn't draft the best things about spring training. We just drafted things that are synonymous with spring training.
Yeah.
And being over, it's emotion you feel every spring training.
Spring
And then
training.
we
draft.
always kind of like, I feel like every year we say on the show, like we have our moments like, oh, I think I'm like officially over this.
Yeah,
Right.
we always
You
find
feel
that
it.
gauge. Yeah,
You feel it.
There's a feeling.
yeah. Like, I'm out.
Like, I'm ready for one that matters.
Yeah.
Do we
I'll
have any,
I'll check out the Cole start.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I won't watch the rest till we're going.
Yes.
any snubs?
Oh my god.
Well,
Any
my
snubs?
board was too deep, so I don't have any.
I mean
And I
And that-
didn't get one of mine.
that draft and the snubs coming up are brought to us by DraftKings because we are the kings of
Wow. The
Ooh,
kings
snubby.
of the draft.
Snubby. DraftKings. The big tournament
draft. Yeah.
that everyone's talking about.
Start
Huge.
tomorrow. I have
You
to,
ever
like,
watch
look
college?
at
Do you ever watch
bracket.
March Madness, Joez? Do you care about it
Yes.
at all? You do get into it?
Yes. I feel like for me to really be like super into it, I need to watch from, that selection Sunday.
Yeah,
Like for me to like
You need to
see
be
the
part of
whole,
the
I need to
journey.
see the whole field,
that makes sense.
and I feel like this trip kind of took me out of it a little bit, so I wasn't able
Wow.
to watch every game.
It was tough timing for that.
It was tough time.
Well, you can bet $5 on any team to win right now, and you can get $200 in free bets, so you could sprinkle those on the rest of the games. Maybe that'll get
Yes.
you right back into the flow of it. It's very simple. If they win, you win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JOHNBOY. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets. If they win, you win with promo code JOHNBOY this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 plus restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Good draft, everybody.
March Madness.
Any other snubs?
I like crazy weight loss. It's different than best shape of your life, but it's the same in a
Yeah.
way.
Like
But, like Glaber wasn't.
looking dramatically different.
Yes, like when Brian Bruni came to camp. I guess even not weight loss. Like when Damon came to camp. For the Red Sox,
Fluctuation.
Yeah.
and he was the caveman, and people were like, "That's Johnny Damon."
Oh.
Or
I
Brian.
guess Yankees, we get that like even
Yeah.
more. 'Cause A
Yeah.
lot of guys come over.
Brian
weird.
Bruni did it for the Yankees. He was like a big guy, and then he came in. He was tiny. CeCe
Yeah.
in 2015, where you're like, "Wait, what?
Mm.
That's CeCe?" So I didn't know how to phrase it, but when you see a guy and he's just different looking, Flatty,
Yeah.
how skinny he was after 2020.
Like 3 things for me. One of them is the non-roster invites.
Okay.
They're always there. There was the injuries. I feel like
Yeah.
every
Surprise
single-
injury.
Always. And
Because
then
there's always like they like show up. It's like, oh, this happened like weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
This year we got a little more of that because they weren't allowed to talk to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then the things that I miss in regular season baseball, the infield, outfield drills in the backfields.
Mm.
I love watching those. I love watching those.
Yeah.
So
I guess
miss that.
semi-generic one is just like the kids' excitement,
Yes.
like how excited kids are at spring training, because it's basically just a playground that
Seeing
also
kids at the game.
it also involves baseball.
Yes.
Like it's playground and baseball for them. What was the other one? Oh, I was just gonna say,
I like the wind.
like the first time you're up close if you're at spring training.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, do you remember when we went to Braves and they were giving us like this little tour and we ended up in right field
By the picnic tables.
Mhm.
and Acuna was just doing throws from the corner
Yeah.
and we were just like 10 feet away from
Yeah.
Ronald Acuna practicing his throws to second
Or-
base.
or-
and it's
or-
like, what?
At Yankee spring training, you can move seats towards the end of the games, and we got down to the front row, and Stanton and Judge were like right in
Yeah.
front of us. And we're like, you guys are fucking massive.
Dude, Snell.
Yeah.
We
talking
snuck
to-
down behind the Rays dugout,
Mhm.
and Snell started that game. And these little kids tying it together.
tying it all together.
We're trying to get an autograph, and they were just saying whatever they thought the player wanted to hear.
Choker.
So Snell poked his head out of the dugout, and they're like, "Hey, great hitting today, man."
Good hit today.
And so Snell just laughs because he's like, "Ah, fuck," and he just gave like a nice little wave, and it was like, "That's Blake Snell."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the Chris Rose feeling.
You took weather, but the elements I think is fun. There's no third deck, so
I like that.
wind.
Right.
The wind.
So like there's a lot more drop fly balls or just crazy sun glare in the outfield because the stadiums are different.
I was trying to think of a good way to phrase it. Almost their gimmick, like each minor league field kind of has their thing. Like there's that one that has the Hooters cabana in left center. I think
Phillies,
or Jays. Phillies, I think.
I believe,
Jays.
have the Hooters thing.
Each spring stadium field has something that's like, oh, that's what you guys do here.
Yeah, Yankees doesn't have that.
Except the Yankees,
I think
obviously.
it's
The Yankees have that it doesn't feel like a spring training facility at
Yeah.
all. It feels
Yeah.
kind of like a real place, sort of in a
They're
bad
the
way.
Yankees.
the one cool thing
Yankees
about,
doesn't feel like
yeah,
spring training at all
No.
when you
But
go around.
The one cool thing about
during
spring
like game
training
days.
yeah.
and the vibe of spring training is
Yeah.
just that it's like a relaxed kind. Like it's the only time during the year where the games literally don't matter. You're there just to have fun, kind of thing.
It's like reggae.
Yeah. So like regular
Lyrics
season.
could be political,
Yeah.
but you're gonna feel pretty loose listening to it.
No worries about a thing.
Yellow Man, you like Yellow Man?
Don't know who he is.
Little thing.
I thought you were a reggae guy.
Oh yes, but that's
This
who'd you say that was?
Yellow Man.
That's Bob Marley.
It's another guy.
That song.
I don't know what he's singing.
This song's Bob Marley.
Yeah, that song's Bob Marley.
Oh,
He's
okay.
talking about Yellow Man, it sounds like.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you don't like him, but even
I
though
didn't
you're
say I
such-
don't like him. I just said I don't. You see, this is how you go from me asking David Roberts a question to strong arming. You see, it's like there's, you know.
All right.
It's a good draft. I think everyone did well.
think everybody did well. This is what Yellow Man looks like. He's albino, I believe. That's why he's called Yellow Man. Got moves.
Wow.
Is he mad?
I've never seen this guy before.
Mad dope at reggae.
Okay. I need to hear a song.
All right.
Okay.
He is a very popular reggae artist.
This copyright section is brought to you by.
Well, here, live.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna give me like a high quality audio.
Well, then copyright would come into play. Here. We'll do it. We'll just do snippets. See what I'm talking about? Political, but feels good.
Wants me to join the army.
I think I'm gonna download this. This is like relaxed music.
It's reggae.
We should turn some on by the pool.
Yes.
Yes.
And maybe play some of those games I was playing.
I noticed we haven't used the grill at all.
Jake's a griller.
I do like to grill.
He's a griller and a chiller and a killer in his own way. Do we have to do anything else? Do we have to match 5? We don't have the game, right?
Don't have to match 5, but there is one more thing to read, and there's news in there.
Yeah.
There's news in the
and there's something I want to talk about. So,
all right.
But it's
Magic Spoon, and then what Jake wants to talk about.
This big thing that Jake wants to talk about is brought to you by Magic Spoon, which is a cereal that I really like. And we haven't been having breakfast here, so I should have brought some Magic Spoon with me. That would have been fantastic. But everyone was stolen it, and I wouldn't have gotten to, and I would have been happy that they got to enjoy it as well. But I would have been a little disappointed with how little I got to enjoy. So maybe it's better that I didn't bring it.
Yeah.
And if you want guilt-free cereal for adults that has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb, you can build your own box. They got available flavors. Cocoa.
You can customize the boxes.
Yeah. Fruity. Where I lost my spot.
Fruity.
Frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, cocoa, and maple waffle.
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. MagicSpoon.com/JohnBoy. Grab a custom bundle of the cereal. Start your new year off right. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at MagicSpoon.com/JohnBoy and use code JohnBoy to save $5. Jake, what is this conversation?
We've been at a cool house this week.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees? Consensus?
Yeah.
Very
Cool house. Flashlights on.
What are our favorite parts of the house?
Jake's was.
You want me to start?
Like, we have, there's a guest house. There's a very nice pool. There's a golf hole. There's a hidden room. There's a yoga room. We haven't been using it for yoga.
Not yet.
What's your favorite part? There's some nice views.
Nice views.
A couple patios. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part would have to be that, you know what, that little open air gazebo area where the TV's there.
Mm-hmm.
We were cooking feet and watching baggage.
Yeah.
One day.
Jake did cook his feet.
That was unbelievable. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, that fireplace is cool.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz kind of looks like Yellow Man in this picture.
It's a weird pick.
It's been a big Yellow Man day.
Mine is the balcony in the backyard. Just the fact that you could be up there and then looking down on the people that are in the pool, but also talking to it connects the house so well.
Yeah, it does.
And it has the view.
Yeah.
Like that, and it being the balcony, the length of the house is cool that you can walk. Like we can go upstairs and walk the whole way across. Kitchen, bedrooms, the main foyer, and then you can talk to people in the pool. You have the view down.
Yeah.
Just if that was just like a small balcony, like a little deck,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be as cool.
Yeah.
You
But
could only
that's-
poke out from one spot.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but it's the whole length of the house.
Yeah.
So you could have like 3 different crews on that balcony,
Mm-hmm.
all doing, and we've had that. So definitely
Yeah.
that, and we played some games off the balcony.
Connected to the balcony, like I like all the different like routes you could take to get to
Sure.
a different
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've found, I've been staying in the room next to where we're recording this, and so every time
Yeah.
I go up there, I feel like I'm taking a different staircase, or
Mm-hmm.
so that's been a real treat.
I would have said that what's that thing with the secret room?
Speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
The speakeasy would have been cooler if it would have been outside of Jimmy's room.
Yeah, not in the master
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yeah, it
connected
shouldn't be
to the
next to the
room.
I feel
master.
like what if you want to sneak in there, in the
What
middle
would
of
you
the night,
would you sneak in there and do in the middle of the night?
drink?
Because like I feel like people would have hung out there more if it wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
that's true.
potentially wake a baby.
You wake a baby.
But even if it's in the master room,
Why are you in there?
you know what? That would that would only be cool in like the most bachelor of pads.
That's
Like
I agree.
you're
Mm.
you bring back a lady or a guy, whatever you're into, and you say, "Look at this
Hey, look at this
secret room."
Look at this.
I would have liked to see it in a different location, and
Yeah.
And
I would have liked a TV in there.
no, you can't have a TV.
Like I think that
It's
would
one of the
give you
few
an
places that doesn't have a TV that you could
You
see it
can't have
having.
a
I
TV.
think that would give you an
You-
opportunity to actually use it.
I don't think.
I think that's a cool spot to just sit there and talk.
Yeah, it's.
Or if you
want
wanna listen to
it's
some
like
music,
business only.
You can speak easily in there.
Oh.
Alone.
To speak easy.
Alone.
Why alone?
Alone.
Now with somebody.
You don't have to. I'm saying I would go in there alone. It would be like a pop-up TV. It would be hidden. It would be a hidden TV in the speakeasy. It would be the speakeasy of TVs.
Okay.
Just so if there was a big thing on, you pop it out from the bottom. Boop.
This bathroom's also pretty cool.
I might have tweeted
That's
something
nice.
big.
It's a nice
I
one.
might have just tweeted something big.
Double shower
I
situation.
might have just tweeted something.
I also think guest house are really cool.
Yeah.
It's like
You do
another
something
house.
You just have 2 houses.
Talking Jake says I'll do it for 20.
Yeah.
Talking Jake what?
Yeah. I put something out there for you, Jake.
50 is a big number.
It's too big of a number. So the Mariners said that they'd all dye their hair black and white if Eugenio Suarez hits 50 homers. And I let the people know that Jake said he'd do it for 20.
Like if this was 25, this would be badass.
This is such a cool way to welcome him to the team, though.
Yeah.
If this was 25, this would be badass. We'd all be rooting for him and the
Yes.
Mariners. If it was 35, that's probably the sweet spot for me. Like he can do that.
Yeah.
50 is like you don't want him to do it.
50's like
But yeah, I would have said like 40. 'Cause
right.
It's on
like
the table.
there's
That'd
a
be
chance.
incredible. 35, like you said, is 2, but at least 40's like
50.
40's like an over the top, like kind of no matter what. That's an incredible season.
That's tough.
Like how many times Judge, home run hitter? How many times has he hit 50?
No one hits 50.
Uno.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like a top 1% season.
Just say you don't want to do it.
You guys can just
yeah, right. Like
you guys can just say you don't
that
want.
almost makes it messed up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, we'll get your haircut if you hit 50 homers. If you're an MVP candidate, we'll drink the Kool-Aid, but we don't think you're gonna do that.
Actually, now I'm thinking that that's like not a cool way to welcome him.
It's
to
almost like
There's
mean.
a lot of
It's a little
pressure.
rude.
Like, so you think my hair
50?
sucks and
Yeah.
what?
I need to have a historic baseball season for
For
you
you-
guys to copy my haircut.
For you guys to get the haircut that I'm choosing to have?
that I'm choosing to have to be unique.
willingly.
Yeah. Wow. Mariners off to a tough start.
Jim,
You
you're
hate them.
always saying this, man.
Yeah, I do hate the Mariners according to that one guy.
Okay.
That's tough.
It's tough, right?
That's tough.
We'll finish with favorite.
You didn't tell us what was your favorite thing?
I mean, golf hole's super appealing. I kind of land on guest house. Like, I just think a guest house is like...
Just as a whole,
that's
have
incredible.
a guest house.
A guest house is a guest house
like
while
a
being
bonus
guest.
house?
A guest house while being guest is pretty cool.
Oh, why don't you stay in the guest house?
Go visit her guest house.
Whoa. And it's almost like 2 guest houses.
It is 2 guest houses.
What's your favorite water animal that you've touched?
I know mine.
My favorite water animal.
That you've touched.
I feel like a starfish is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pick up a starfish and then you see, because I'm only used to seeing, you're only used to seeing the shells.
Right.
But when you look at the inside, it's like, oh shit, it's
an animal.
It's like an animal, like moving and shit.
So what did you choose?
Dolphin.
Starfish.
He chose dolphin.
I did not. What? I said a starfish. I did not. Dolphins are cool.
Okay, man.
That's it. Dolphins are cool.
In what way? Same way a hot chick's cool?
No, she's hot. I'm talking about like they're stronger than you think.
Sea turtle would be mine.
Mm.
Giant sea
They're kind
turtle.
of boring.
Wow.
Yes.
What?
They're so boring. You ever seen them on land sleeping?
I seen them at a zoo. They just staying there.
You ever seen the video of the one that was upside down and then they ran and saved it?
That's tough.
It's
Right
sad
now,
for
right
him.
now, somewhere in the world, there is a turtle that's been turned around
Upside
and
down.
nobody has.
Every 1 second, an older person falls.
That's what the book said that we read that was here in this bookshelf.
Every 1
It said
second.
every second an older adult falls. It was God-given
remedies for
everyday
ailments.
God-given remedies for everyday ailments. One of the ailments was falling. They said balance helps.
Balance helps.
I mean,
Prayer,
yes.
balance, prayer.
Let's end it with ranking your favorite holes on a dolphin. Mouth, blowhole, other.
I'm going to go mouth because I like when they go
Mouth
like,
one.
you know, and they whatever they do with their mouth. So mouth's taken.
So which one do you
So
want?
which one do you want? Of the ones
I'll
that I
go
like.
blowhole. Like, I think it's pretty cool when they...
So I got mouth, you got blowhole. So what do you got?
I got nothing for you. I think that's it.
That's all you don't got? Okay.
Dolphin, starfish. Okay.
All right, cool. What about sand dollar?
Those are pretty... When they introduced those to you as a kid, it's a little too early. Or maybe it was for me. You tell me a sand dollar, I thought it was... Okay. I thought it was a form of currency.
It is.
A sand dollar?
A sand dollar.
Certain pirate nations.
I don't know what a sand dollar is.
You'd
It's like a
it.
starfish that's a circle.
It's not alive, right?
They're alive at some point, and then they die, and you dry them out.
Like used to be. I said was.
It's like a dried out starfish.
Like alive, alive, or like a tree is alive?
It's like a starfish is alive. They're like starfish.
It
That's
was
a
like a
sand,
fossil.
That's a sand dollar when it's alive, and then you dry it out, and then it's just pirate currency. That's what they look like.
Is it like a sponge?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've touched them.
Thanks for
It
tuning
feels
in.
like reef.
Yeah.
You guys really like these marine animals.
Yeah, well, we got a friend who fucks dolphins.
It's true.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I have a question. Why is checking into flights a thing?
Interesting.
I just did it for the flight tomorrow.
They want to make sure you're coming because they oversold the flight.
Did they oversell them?
I guess that makes sense.
I don't
but
check
also don't oversell.
No,
I
we
don't.
can't do
I don't
that.
check in until I get to the airport.
Like it
It's
feels like
never
it feels
bit
like
me.
if you're gonna do that, you shouldn't be able to do it till you check in.
Till
you're there to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's originally how it worked, and then they started doing mobile stuff. Because there was one time I got to a flight like 40 minutes before the flight, and I was like, "This is gonna be tight, but I should be all right." I couldn't check in because check-in closed 45 minutes before the flight. So I was like, I don't know.
Guys, I bought a ticket.
I know I'm late, but I'm also very much here before the flight. And I'd love to take that flight like I was planning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you get there with enough time to like not be an asshole. Like
Right, like I could have
you'd have gotten through security.
If I
got
did
there.
TSA clean, I would still be boarding like at the right time.
Yeah, you maybe would be like a group behind or something.
They want to make sure that the people that they oversold to can make it on the flight.
Yeah.
Because they sold to them more expensive.
Money. All right.
I mean, checking into flights is more useful than checking out of hotels.
Oh, I don't check out
I've
of
never.
hotels.
I just leave
That
and they
blows my
figure out
mind
what
when
I'm
I
out there.
when I meet someone that checks out of a hotel.
It's not an option for me.
Do you think they're blown away to find out you don't have to?
They are blown away that you don't have to. They're blown away you don't have
Like
to. Like
someone's
give the key
listening
in.
to this show right now
Yeah.
that doesn't know you don't have to
Yes.
check out of a hotel.
You don't have to tell them I'm checking out.
You just
you don't
leave
have to return the key.
You just leave the hotel.
Because it was the standard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm
They
glad that
expect
we.
you gone.
I think there's some hotels that still like encourage the checkout.
Yeah, because they're nerds.
Oh.
I'm sure it's better for them to like be able to mark down that it's done and you can go clean or whatever. But
Or if you ordered a bunch of stuff in your room, if they want to finish up.
If there's any hoteliers listening, let us know if it's terribly rude to not check out, like wildly inconvenient to not check out.
like, let us know. I'll change.
Let me know and I'll think about it. Jake doesn't think that it is, but I've never done it. I just leave the
I
hotel.
don't
if
think
you
it
could in that
changed.
explain why it's so frustrating. Don't just say it is.
Yeah. Detailed comments.
Yeah.
Like-
Only
like-
hotel comments.
Like I worked at a grocery store, and I would do cart duty, and you can leave your cart anywhere. You know,
Right.
Don't feel guilty about not bringing it. Don't take up a parking spot, but don't feel guilty about not bringing it into the cart carousel.
It's someone's job.
Yeah.
I was
sure.
16, and it was my job to go get them. And like, if there was none stray, I'd be bored, and then I have to go back into the office. Or the
But what if
It's
it's
like
cold?
it's about making sure you're not affecting like other people. Like
don't block a
parking
spot.
Don't block a
spots.
spot.
But
Don't-
just flip one up on the curb. I didn't care.
Yeah.
People's jobs.
Leave it like along the side of an
That being
aisle or
said, I
something.
always return mine.
I get mine near where it should be.
As long as it's set up properly, they're pretty convenient.
They're pretty close.
I love doing it like a long shot, like pushing the cart from across.
Okay.
Take the shot.
Take the shot. I'm not going to walk it all the way and lay it
I
out.
don't like seeing people do that.
No?
That's when you could hit a car, and then we got a
Oh,
problem.
I'm not going to hit a car.
If there's a car on the spot
I'm not-
next
I'm
to
not
it,
gonna
you're
hit
not
a
going
car.
for it.
I'm not going to hit a car. One time I tipped over all the carts when I was bringing them in.
Oh,
You could ride on the back of it.
Oh,
Just
absolutely.
now it's
yeah.
empty.
Does Noah like doing that?
He likes to be in the cart.
I like to be on the front, Titanic style. I
When-
would stand like holding it.
And there's always that creepy old lady that says, "What aisle did you get him?"
That's
I
a
don't like it.
that's a great joke. That's a great joke.
I said, "I'm ready to put him back." So,
That's just good interaction.
Yeah. I used to wear sweatpants to the
I like
grocery
that.
stores just so I could run and slide down the aisles.
ooh.
I was a big in the cart kid, and that's pretty clear.
Didn't you fall out a couple times?
Just dangling.
Yeah.
Just asking, like, what can I eat and drink now? Like those little kid, like, fruity drinks. Sometimes you'd snag that. Couple candies leaking through the candy thing.
And this is you.
You know, some salmon.
salmon.
Yeah, if there's, like, an open salmon.
When you were a kid.
I couldn't do it.
Let's play the outro.
My mom would do obviously the grocery shopping for like the boring food that you just need in the house. But my dad growing up would be like, oh, when he goes grocery shopping, that's like the fun like desserts
Really?
and stuff.
Ooh.
They'd go different days, and my dad it'd be during the day. So if I'd go with him, and the store he would go to had like a little kid cart, And that was a real treat because my brother and I would just go like skate on those.
Kid carts came just after my like kid time
When you
at
could
the
have had it.
supermarket.
Yeah.
I went to like not only are we shopping for the fun snacks, but like we're gonna go skating.
I went to a friend's house whose dad stole one of the kid carts and they just had it in the backyard.
That's awesome.
And then I was like, "Your dad's a fucking thief, dude."
It's badass.
And they're like, "No, they're giving them away, little kid." And I was like, "No, they weren't."
He told you that?
I said, "No, you didn't. Your dad stole this."
They put
It
the
says
locks in
Kings
the
on
Bronx.
I wasn't like mad about it, but I was just needed the kid to understand.
You gotta
the truth
understand this
about
was
it.
a steal.
Yeah, because my mom had told me that people had been stealing them because they were going away. They like introduced them to our supermarket, and then they were like vanishing. And my mom was like, "Yeah, if people are stealing them because they want them at home."
They're fun.
And then I went to my friend's house, and there was one, and I was like, "Dude, your dad is ruining a lot of times."
Well,
he
time
stole
out.
this. He was like, "No, they're giving away," and I was like, "No, your dad stole."
They weren't giving them away. Now, what's the dad etiquette?
We stole a grocery cart.
Couple
once.
dads here. What if
Wow.
they like slipped the kid $50 and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take this." Is that fair dadding?
You still kind of stole it. But I don't think the car's $50.
No, because you would get that
Yeah,
employee. You get that. You risk getting that teenage employee in trouble, which is rude.
Yeah, but they could use the 50.
$50. They're not gonna get the kid in trouble,
They're gonna get tricked into paying that much for a 6-pack.
Grocery store managers.
right?
Those people are dying to yell at 15-year-olds.
It's true.
It's like
Sure.
what they do.
But it's also
Their
like
favorite
it becomes that like store security thing that if someone's stealing something, like you don't actually stop them.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Jake and I once went grocery shopping in college, and we had this big van that we were using. Our buddy's dad's giant like
Russ's van.
creeper van that the whole back was just wide open. And instead of unloading the bags, we were like, we just lifted the cart and just put it in the back of the van and drove that home.
So you chastise somebody
No.
for taking a cart. And
Yeah.
You took one yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I took I took an adult cart. I wasn't stealing from kids.
My kid rides the regular adult cart.
But you know what we did with it, Joez? We made a fire pit out of it. So we recycled it. Basically, didn't go out to waste.
Recycled it.
So you happy with now?
Stolen fire pit.
Stolen fire pit. That's fair. It was cool though. It's definitely cool.
It's not cool to steal, kids.
Don't steal.
No, don't steal. But like, if you're a little kid and you want to test it out, just steal from Claire's.
Like push the boundaries.
How'd Jake end up on the floor?
Jake doesn't sit normal.
He's happier there.
Can't do it.
JJR.
I come from a floor family. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
My family was birthed on the floor.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, JJR. Next Wednesday.
Love you guys.
Love you forever.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Sorry we went out for the live crew.
Sorry for the live crew.
That was the internet. Like,
Yeah, not our fault.
Oh, there's one bad thing about this whole mansion, the channels. So many TVs,
yeah.
bad channels, except for baggage.
TVs stink.
Like having fake channel. Yeah, the only win you're getting is you get a show like Baggage.
Baggage. Non-stop all day is 24-hour baggage.
Was that channel just baggage?
Just baggage.
That's what we're fighting against.
We'll go check.
Are we out?
Trying to be. I want to do it right.
Jake,